Welcome back, ladies. Today we're doing eyeshadows. I'm going to start out by putting concealer all over my lids. I have pretty dark lids, so if I want a true color of eyeshadow when I put it on, you got to lighten up your lids. And the concealer also helps keep your shadow on and from creasing. So after you've cleaned up your eyebrows with the concealer, just keep on bringing it down and cover your lids with it. Make sure you always gently pat your concealer in. You don't want to wipe it off by pushing too hard. Okay, so we're going on to palette 1. I'm going to use Elated, which is like a creamy eggshell color, to put all over the whole lid. This gives you a nice shadow base to start on. Okay, next up we're moving on to palette 3, and I'm going to be using Tickled as my transition color. Always use a fluffy brush. These ones are nice to get a good blend. I always start by putting a little baseline there on the side, and then I circle and swirl all around on this area, and then when you get to your crease you can go in more of like a windshield wiper motion to get it in your crease really good and blend it up. Don't go too far because you want to still have that light area in between your dark shadows and your eyebrow. Okay, next up, I'm going to use my mineral pigment powder. And this is in Regal. It's like a nice purple color. You're going to just sprinkle some in the lid. And again, another fluffy brush. Now I'm going to spray my brush with rose water. What this does is it helps put the color on a little bit darker, and it helps keep it on as well. It's just another way you can use our awesome eyeshadows. So again, you're going to go through and put your baseline right on top of the other color. And blend it on and around. Now make sure you don't go all the way up and cover the other color. You want to be able to see both of them. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my other end of my brush. It's a big fluffy brush. You have to have a fluffy soft brush to blend. And I'm going to blend them both together. So it'll be a nice gradual lighter to darker color on your eyelid. You never want to leave strong, harsh, straight lines on your eyeshadow. It'll be a little too much and look a little like a clown, so you want to make sure you always blend. Okay, next up I'm switching to palette 2, and I'm going to be using Preppy. So this is my 4th eyeshadow color. Again, I'm going to do my baseline, bring it all the way around, and start to blend. When you're putting on eyeshadow, you want to have at least 2 or 3 colors, if not more, because you want that gradual blend from really dark to really light. You want to see a transition in between. I'm going back to my tickled pink color, and I'm just going to go back over so you can really see that transition color a little bit brighter, and blend in the peppy, dark gray, almost black color over the middle and out. This is your finished result. You got a nice transitional blend from dark to light. And I will block my lamps so that you guys can see the color difference in the darker light and the bright light as we go on. All right, next you're going to clean up your eyeshadow just like you do your eyebrows. Do a nice sharp line there. And you can start putting a little bit under your eye as well. And just blend it in. Make your line and blend it in just like you cleaned up your eyebrows. See how that gives you a nice sharp line? Now you can also use tape. You put a little piece of tape there on your corner of your eye all the way up to your eyebrow, and that helps you keep from getting eyeshadow all over this area. I personally just like to use concealer just to clean it up really quick, but tape is also an option. Okay, we're moving on to our Splurge Cream eyeshadow. This one is my favorite, ladies. I love the cream shadows. They all have glitter in them, and they're not big chunks of glitter, but they're big enough to really shine. I get a lot of compliments on this eyeshadow. So you just want to put it on. You want it to be the thickest, darkest, right above your pupil. And try to make a nice line up to your crease. The good thing about this shadow as well is it does not transfer. So like me, I have slightly hooded eyes, but it stays on the bottom and doesn't transfer up to the top part of my eyelid. So just be careful when you put it on. You want to come around up to your crease line, and then when you put it on out towards the outside of your eyelid, you want it to be more of like a faded look, not too sharp. Put some there in the corner of your eye. And then when you get to the outside, just kind of barely tap it and pull it out a little bit onto the darker color. Here I'm going to block the light again just so you guys can get a good view in and out of the light of what it looks like. And here's where I'm just kind of dragging it out just a little bit over the other color. Nice little ombre effect. There's your eyeshadow look for the day. Doesn't take long to make it look really pretty. Alright ladies, I hope you loved the eyeshadow tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions or if I can help in any way. Bye!